Today we're talking about colours and magic, specifically our remaining cool colours, blue and purple. Now they're called cool colours because they have cool undertones in comparison to our warm colours that have warm undertones. And they are blue, green and purple. Now the meaning of blue, its positive is intelligence, its neutral is stability, and its negative is sadness. Going on my last video where we learnt that yellow was about youth and joy and those fluctuating emotions. Blue, with its neutral of stability, seems a lot more grown up, a lot more adult. And that's its main through line. You gain intelligence as you get older, but you also gain sadness as you move through life. On the flip side, blue is also associated with Athena, and she's the goddess of wisdom and war, which actually in a way ties in with this very well instead of being a different meaning. Now we're on to purple. Now purple has a very interesting history. It's been tightly controlled as a dye throughout the centuries because its association with royalty and the rareness of the snail shells used to create the dye colour, which made it a sign of wealth, which is why it was tightly regulated. As merchants built their wealth to rival those of the people in actual power, sumptuary laws were put in place so that they couldn't legally access or wear the cloth without committing treason. Now, to purple's meanings, purple's positive is bravery and wisdom. Its neutral is spirituality, and its negative is moodiness, which actually comes together quite well for royalty or the people in higher power, considering people in higher power and royalty were often associated with some form of religion all around the world. But having a through line of royalty very much encompasses the positive and the negative, while leaving the neutral a little bit free. But the neutral does make a lot of sense, considering in my first Colour of Magic video I went over the visible light spectrum. Purple is right next to UV light. If you've ever had a UV torch, you'll notice it has that bluish purple hue. I also said in that video that UV light starts at 790 terahertz of frequency. Those torches fluctuate between 780 terahertz and 790 terahertz, moving further into the visible light spectrum so that you can see what you're doing. And it's the fact that purple sits on that border that lends it to spirituality, going between the seen and the unseen, what's here and what's on the other side. Just a cool thing to think about, I think. Well, that's it for the cool colours. Come back in my next video where we'll cover the colour pink, even though it's technically a mixture of a colour. See you then.